What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Pokemon TCG Pocket video. Today we're going to be going over tournament results for the last week, as we do, weekly. Well, we try to do every week unless I'm doing something crazy. But, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. But before we do, I'm sure you're wondering, why is this guy in a truck? Well, it's actually a work truck because, we got to feed the family, but we also got to feed the viewer. So if you do support that and you do support me and you like what I'm doing here, make sure y'all definitely do hit that subscribe button. And, of course, hit that like button. We got a like goal. 20 likes on this one. It really shouldn't be that hard. We've actually passed that, but 20 likes would be very much appreciated. So let's go ahead and get there. Let's go ahead and jump into the video, and I'll see y'all there. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. Pocket Lagoon Cup number 5 for $20 US. Let's check it out. So in first place, it was the Buzzwole. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the list. Let's just see. So this is the oldest tournament of the week. Well, the oldest, bigger tournament of the week. So we got 2 Buzzwole, 2 Pheromosa, 2 Celesteela, 1 Kartana, 2 Research. This is the 2 Erica build with 1 Leaf Cape, 1 red card. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty typical build, for the beginning of, of everything. I think now, people lean more towards, 2 capes over 1 cape. But, okay, so I did take first place in this tournament, won the $20. I mean, unless there's, 10 and then they split up the rest. I don't know. Second place is the Solgaleo Shiinotic, probably the most consistent deck in the format. This one runs the red and the 1 Lily. Sure. The thing I like about that deck is it is just so consistent, man. There is no beating the consistency of Solgaleo. I mean, I guess you could say Buzzwole, to be honest, but other than that, yeah. All right, next up, let's see in third place. Okay, the Ramp, sure. Silvally, sure. So, I mean, this deck is obviously super just aggressive, and just that's kind of the name of the game for the format right now. It's just, be as aggressive as possible. And yeah, I mean, you really can't beat it as far as aggression goes. Very straightforward, very easy to play, and yeah, just it honestly runs itself. Let's see here. All right, and then, okay, we got another Solgaleo. So, yeah, Solgaleo is pretty decent against Buzzwole, pretty decent against Rampardo Sylve, so, I could see why you definitely see it. This one does run the Repel, which is interesting. Still the Singular Lily, sure. I think Double Lily might be a little better, but I don't know, that's just me. Help out with some Buzzwole poke and stuff like that. And fifth place, we got another one. Nothing too interesting here. I mean, yeah, this one's just the typical Mars with the red. Sure, with the double gust. And let's see, we do got Dark Rhytine. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is Dark Rhytina with the jellyfish here. It does have 2 poison barbs. Get some extra chips, some extra passive damage. That's huge. This is actually a very, very cool Giratina Darkrai list. I actually like this list a lot. It probably is decent against Oricorio too. I'm not going to say decent, but it's probably better than, not having this tech in here. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next tournament here. Next up, we got the Saga Heaven tournament. 1 out of 6 for 130 big ones. Hold on. Darkrai Tina taking it home. People hate to see it. This one does have the Squid Tech. I mean, honestly, the Squid Tech might be the move. Does not run the Dawn in this list. Does, of course, run the double Poison Barb and a Giant's Cape. Get a little more bulk on there. Probably helps out against, just aggressive decks like Rampardos and just things like that. Buzzwole, things like that. I'm not sure exactly what the, what the calcs are as far as the numbers go, but sure. Interesting to see that still winning tournaments, by the way. All right, let's see right here. We got the Guzzlord Poison, of course. This deck has actually been popping up recently in ladder, and it is so hard to beat with, decks that aren't just primary, just aggressive decks. If you play anything more, control-ish, let's say, an Oricorio or just anything like that, it's so hard to beat, man. It is so hard to beat. Anything that's a little bit slower, nothing beats Guzzlord that's slower, that's in its speed tier, you know what I mean? So, yeah, overall pretty interesting. Got a good amount of disruption. No red card in this. I have seen a lot of Guzzes running red card. All right, third place we got the Buzzwole. So this one runs 2 Kartana, 1 Pheromosa. That's always been like the spread that I liked, is 2 Kartana, 1 Pheromosa, because Pheromosa can get healed off. Pheromosa like isn't doing too crazy much, but the Kartana, that damage is sticking most of the time, and a 2-shot to Oricorio, which is a big problem for Buzzwole. So this one does have the Guzma, the 1 cape, and the 1 leaf cape. So obviously you like the Hero's Cape just to maybe make your Celesteela live a Solgaleo punch, which is nice. And then obviously the Leaf Cape is for Buzzwole most of the time, or it could be for Kartana too, you know. And let's see here, in 4th place we got the Charizard Silvally list. This list is awesome, honestly. Like it just makes sense. It's still a little bit tough because like Charizard still has to come in and stoke for a turn, but that's always going to be a problem for Zard, right? So maybe picking up a KO with Silvally, and then Zard just comes and cleans up might just be the move. This one does play the Mars, does play the Pokemon Communication. I feel like we haven't seen much of that since rotation, but people are still playing that out here for sure. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We got PokeHub Cup, $150. Who took it home? It was the Buzzwole, man. I swear, this card is ridiculous. Well, not the card, but just the deck has really good synergy, to be honest. So, this one we do see the Beastite. Yeah, the Beastite in there. This one does play 2 Pheromosa. Again, with all the Oricorio running around right now, probably 2 cart is correct. But hey, this guy won the tournament, so what can we really say? Another thing about Buzzwole is, like, man, you could put whatever you want in this deck, man. There's so much room to just work around. Double Ericas, I think, is correct. Just because, like, a little bit of chip will go a long way on Buzz, right? So if you're able to Ericas that up, that is a pretty big deal. We see the Sylveramp coming in 2nd place here. Sure, nothing new, really. This one does play the red, does play a cape, too, to help against Silvally Mirror, which is nice. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. In 3rd place, Darkrai is still around, y'all. It is still around, and it loves the squid. The jellyfish. It loves it. The Nihilo is just a very good tech in here. I mean, it's already such a bulky deck, and then you have it doing more chip. Like, that's huge, bro. That's huge. So you gotta love to see it. It always does play the 2 Pokemon Center Lady, a Guzma in there. I mean, you could fit anything you want in this list, obviously, so why not? And then we got the Guzz Poison, and this one does play the Beastite in there. That's a cool tech. This one plays the 1 Celesteela, 2 Guzz, so no other. So usually you see 2 Celesteelas, but I guess 1 probably is enough, to be honest. I mean, just for maybe a switch or to stall out a turn with the Celesteela punch, like, sure. This one does play the Grunt. Pride does get you out of some sticky situations. This one does play the red card along with the Mars. The double disruption is huge. I'm going to say that right now. Double disruption is huge. And we do see the first showing of the Zerazaurus Silvally. I do think 2 Oricorio probably is correct, but not sure on that. I've seen a lot of people cut down to 1 Dawn to throw in another Oricorio. I think that's probably correct. This one is obviously 2 Dawn. Got the double gust in there. A Giovanni. Love Giovanni with Silvally to one-shot other Silvallies. Like, Giovanni is just hits that perfect number. And a cape just for a good measure. Sure. I honestly really like that deck, though. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We're just doing top 4s today, but all right, next up, we got the Pocket League Legends for $50, and Giratina Darkrai is still around, people. It is still around stealing W's, I'm telling you. That's why Shaman is very, very, very important in an Oricorio list. But yeah. So here we go. We got the Giratina, of course. We got the Nihilo. I don't know how to say it. Nihilo, probably. I don't know. And then let's see here. We got the 1 leaf in this one. Okay, sure. Mars, Guzma. Yeah, this has everything, bro, as usual. Like, they just got everything. The double gust and everything, man. Oricorio with the Magnezone. This build definitely does not beat Garrett. It's definitely not favored into Giratina Darkrai just because that poison point with the Nihilo is just doing so much chip damage to your Oricorio. It's just not funny. So, Yeah. I mean, I guess you could just take the tie, but who wants to do that? All right. And then yeah, does have one Nurse Joy, but I think a Shaman is just so necessary, to be honest. So does have a Zarazora in there too. Hype, hype, hype. And we got the rest of the top 4 filling out with the Soul Galio Shiinotic. Again, so consistent. Ton of room in this deck. You can do whatever you want. You could throw an extra Lily in. I mean, you got the Mars in there. You could throw a red card in. Like, bro, just tons of room in this deck, man. So consistent, so good. Really good matchups into the meta. I mean, good into probably bad into Dark Rhytina, to be honest. But just good into everything except Oricorio, really, and Dark Rhytina. Does this one have the Magirn attack? No, I thought I might. Okay, my bad. Yeah, just looks like just like the other build. I do think a cape might be good, but maybe not. All right, let's go ahead and move on. For this one, we got the Frog EX Weekly, $50, and it was won by the Buzzwole. So, hey, Buzzwole and Giratina Darkrai are just actually taking a ton of dubs right now in tournaments. So this one does play the 2 Celesteela, the 2 Kartana. That's what I'm talking about. Everything else looks pretty typical, except there is a Rocky Helm in this one. I'm trying to think what that actually makes a difference for. Maybe in the mirror match for a Kartana punch or something. Or maybe some kind of Silvally calc. That might be it. I mean, you punch, you get the Silvally punch, or I mean, you get the Null punch back, and then you knock. Yeah, okay, I can see that. That doesn't sound bad. Maybe get a Pheromosa snipe in there too. Yeah, I could see it. And then second place, we got the Charizard Sylvelis. See it sneaking up the ladder there. Yeah, honestly, this looks like the same exact 20 that we saw last time. Actually, this one doesn't play any Cyrus. I don't know if the other one did play Cyrus. I can't remember. But no double gust on this guy. And then wrapping up with 2 buzzes. This one plays no Kartana. 2 buzz, 2 Pheromosa. 1 Leaf Cape, 1 Hero's Cape, 1 red card. 2 Ericas, 2 Cyrus. Oh, man. Oh, they're on your helmet with that. They're really trying to just go around everything you're trying to do. Sure. That one's not even trying to play against you. It's just trying to snipe you out. Let's see. So this one looks like just the same 20. This one has a red in there. Oh, my goodness. Try and get that 140 punch back on the Buzzwole. Sure. So I know there's a lot of people on ladder are playing 2 Cape. I don't know if 2 Cape is correct, but oh, wait, hold on. We got to look at this. We do have a Dragonite build. Hold on. Dragonite Giratina Oricorio is actually such a cool deck. I mean, you're just walling with Oricorio while you get that Dragonite. And if you do get Dragonite up against, let's say, Buzzwole, like, you're probably in a decent spot. You probably take that game, to be honest, if you get the Dragonite up. So, does have Irida for heals. Got the Dawn in there. I mean, so you can maybe get your Dragonite up 1 more turn earlier. Sure. Double Candy. So this one does play double Candy. And yeah, gotta love to see that. And the Mars, of course, for Disruption. You got the Guzma. Yeah, I like this deck, honestly. I might try to play this Dragonite variant. Is there anything else interesting? Hold on. We got an Oricorio with the... Whoa, wow. Just bringing it back. No new cards allowed in this one. Shh. The Snorlax with double Oricorio Greninja. I'm trying to think how that works out for you. I mean, Buzzwole sounds like a hard matchup. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. I mean, you are kind of one-shot in whatever it brings up with Snorlax, right, at first. And then you got the Ilima for the... just to be able to come back, like, just bring the Snorlax back, reset it. That's cool to stall out another turn while you try to find your Greninja. Sure. And a Helm in there. Most def. And now we are going to move on to our last one, which is the Imperium's weekly $20 tournament. And Silvally took it home, man. This deck is just too consistent, dude. They even find room for the Giovanni now, which is just a great tech, and the Giant's Cape to counter their other Giovanni. So I love to see it. And also, it's just good. Giant's Cape is really good against Solgaleo because it helps your Silvally live a punch from the Solgaleo. So yeah, makes sense. Next up, we got the Giratina Magnezone. I'm so surprised this is still around, man. But it's doing its thing out here. It's doing its thing. Magnezone, I mean, has a pretty good matchup into Solgaleo. Has a pretty good matchup into Buzz if you could get it set up. So why not? You know, Tapu Lele. I mean, I don't know how Tapu Lele is really working in the meta. It's probably working decent though. This one you got the Guzma, no double gust, just oh wait, yeah, you do have the double gust. Okay. And you got a Giant's Cape and a Nurse Joy heal. Sure. That look I might have to try that out. This is a very cool deck. I've been waiting to see a little bit more of it, which is the Glade Stoutland. Obviously the synergy's there. It's just about finding, you're playing a double candy build. Always a little risky, of course, playing a double candy build. But you got the Glade that does more damage for the energy, each energy that is attached to your opponent's mon, and then the Stoutland, of course, forces that, because the Stoutland reads, as long as this card is in your active spot, attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon cost 1 colorless more. So they're going to want to stack more energy. Your Glade does more damage. And yeah, I love the Ilima in here. You can kind of put Stoutland up, stall out for a little bit, and then if it takes a little damage, you just, hey, bring that back, bring your Glade up, and it does everything you want it to do without having to commit the energy. So, very cool. It's a very cool build. And then in 4th place, we do got that Solgaleo. The consistent Galio, man. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing new. Looks like the exact same 20. Double Gust, Red, Mars, sure. I mean, with that being said, I know it was a pretty quick one, but hold on, is there anything unique? Oh, hold on. We got a Tapu build. Hold on, we got to go over this one. Tapu Lele, Zarazora, Pikachu EX. Pikachu EX with the cord, man, just makes so much sense. RIP old Pikachu EX, by the way, but this Pikachu EX, new Pikachu EX with the cord just makes so much sense in Tapu Lele. Such an aggressive deck. Yeah, Tapu Lele was a little more underwhelming, honestly, though. Like, I really thought the card was going to be super, super good. Maybe it will be with future support, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, Electrical Cord, and then, you're dishing out damage with Tapu Koko, and then you're knocking out with Pikachu EX anything that you, any big mons, of course. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, pretty cool list. Does play a lot of Disruption. The red card Mars, a lot of one-ofs in this. Got the Giovanni. I'm not sure what that's for. That's probably for maybe a Soul Valley or something. I mean, a Soul Valley or something. I'm not sure what that's for, but it probably does make a lot of sense. But yeah. So with that being said, I mean, that's pretty much all the weekly tournaments. Of course, we do this every week. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.